Arizona Business Spotlight. Hello, I'm Helen Gibson. You're watching Verde Valley TV. Thank you for joining us again. Now, we've talked about this on other shows. You have your pen and your paper ready because there's going to be a lot of information going out, especially for people that own small businesses. We talk about social media, traditional media, HR, how to get the right team built. So you're hearing from the best of the best today on Arizona Business Spotlight. So we're going to get right into the show, but I want to make sure that you take notes so you have the websites, the phone numbers, and the contact information. So, all right, I'll wait. I'll give you 5 seconds. Go find your pen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. Joining us right now from Haven of Camp Verde and Haven of Cottonwood, the executive directors, Sean Laney and Tara Savage. Welcome.
Hi, yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You know, we met Sean at an open house at the Haven of Cottonwood, and you were showing off the new facility. You'd done some renovations, and it was an exciting mixer, and that's where I first thought we need to get you on Arizona Business Spotlight, because my father had dementia. He just passed away 6 months ago, so I know that facilities like this can help families in a great way.
Yeah, you bet. And we do have a very beautiful facility, recently remodeled. And so, you know, one of the things that we like to show off is the remodel. You know, I think what Cottonwood has grown to known over the past 20 years is a facility maybe not as pretty. And so we do have a beautiful facility for our patients to stay at.
And inside the courtyard, I noticed that there were some residents that were enjoying the waterfall and the roses. And,
oh, yeah.
and what I thought for dementia patients, for example, that there was a safe way for them to be outdoors without you worrying about them getting lost or going outside.
Yeah, no, you betcha. So we do have a square courtyard that's totally enclosed, and so it's a chance for patients and residents to get outside without feeling and get some exposure to sunlight and flowers and plants, which they love, without constricting them. So,
just looking at the facility, the residents' faces, I could see that they were very happy, and it was almost like a home away from home. They felt comfortable, and so that was really comforting to see them interacting with the staff and the facility. And here we some pictures of your foyer, and you know, it really looks inviting. And isn't that really what you're trying to provide family members that are concerned about their elderly? A good place for them to be taken care of?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you bet. So at Haven of Cottonwood and Camp Verde and all the Havens, one thing that we pride ourselves in is, you know, not only hiring competent nursing staff, you know, in all different departments staff, but ones that truly care, have a passion for taking care of people, and it shows at Haven of Cottonwood and Camp Verde.
Haven of Camp Verde, joining us, of course, is Executive Director Tara Savage.
Yes, thank you.
And you have another part of your facility that you've just begun.
Yeah, we just recently opened our assisted living side. So it's the same building where we give skilled nursing care as well as assisted living, which really helps with the transition that patients go through. They come from the hospital a lot of times and come to our skilled nursing side and receive rehab. They go physical therapy, occupational, speech therapies. And once they are done with that, sometimes they're not able to return back home. So we now have provided another option where they can move into our assisted living and have some assistance, but still be very independent and know the staff and know the facility. It's newly renovated as well, a beautiful facility, and we provide that care that they can go back and forth between the two sides of the building.
So these are some photos we're seeing of Haven of Camp Verde right now. How many beds do you have there? How many, availability?
So we have 60 beds on our skilled side and then 32 beds on our assisted living side. Mm-hmm. And our assisted living is actually filling up quite quickly. We had our open house last month, and we already are at the point where we are basically taking a waiting list, which is wonderful. There's such a need in our community for these services.
Both these facilities are just phenomenal, just the care and the detail in the architecture and the ambiance and the services you provide. What does that do for our community?
Well, we actually, like I said, just had our open house recently, and we had the mayor of Camp Verde attend, Charles German, and it was so neat. He's told such a beautiful story about how that land that the building was on used to be homes, and how he lived there when they were homes, and now it's still like a home to people, that we provide this service in our community where people can come and get the skilled services they need while living in a home-like facility in their own communities. So it's just beautiful that we're able to provide that for the community of Camp Verde.
So Haven of Camp Verde and Haven of Cottonwood are under a bigger umbrella, and that would be Haven Health. Is that correct? And we can go to that website, because there might be some people listening right now that have family members in other places in Arizona, and they see the pictures of this facility and they wish, oh wow, I wish my parents were here in Cottonwood or Camp Verde. But
definitely, yeah. Haven Health actually has 13 buildings across the state of Arizona, and so they're the largest provider in rural Arizona of skilled nursing facilities. So you can go on the website, you can look up by the building and the area you're looking at and find the same level of care, the same commitment to excellence across the state of Arizona.
Sean, what about volunteerism? Is there a way we in the community can come and participate with the facilities?
You betcha. So we do have volunteers that come in, one with our activities departments. Each skilled nursing facility has a designated activities department where they provide, activities all day long. So volunteers will come in from, local schools and things to come volunteer for that. We also have CNA classes, so people who are doing their CNA classes, their clinicals, they'll come in and get the hours they need to finish their class in our buildings as well. So,
I remember as a youngster going to the nursing homes or to different facilities and singing songs or taking cookies, and there's something to glean from the past generations. And I think that sometimes as a society, we tend to push away the elderly, and this is a way that you're incorporating them into the community and showing them that we need their wisdom, we need information from them to help pass on.
Yeah. You betcha.
Yeah.
And let me say one thing before we get too deep into the interview, maybe about what exactly a skilled nursing facility is, because we get all the time people coming in and asking, well, what exactly do you do here? And so to keep it short, skilled nursing is a transitional period for patients who have a surgery or inpatient days at the hospital, but are not quite ready to go home yet, who are going to need 24-hour nursing care before they go home. And so it usually spans between 2 to 4 weeks of a skilled nursing stay at a facility like ours. And so we provide 24-hour nursing care, a doctor on call 24/7, skilled therapies, so physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and then it's kind of an all-encompassing stay. We provide dietary 3 meals a day plus snacks, activities which we talked about, restorative nursing therapies as well. There's probably more that I'm missing, but it's really an all-encompassing stay for them until they can be strong and healthy and discharged home safely.
That brings safety and security, and also occupational therapy or training them. My mother had both her knees replaced, so she spent time in a facility like this in San Antonio, and I can tell you, you need to look into this, because it's one thing to go have surgery and say, oh, I can take care of myself, but no. You need a safe place with experts that can help you recover.
Yeah.
So who would be a good referral for people that are watching right now that are thinking, you mentioned a little bit about assisted living and the nursing care. So is this all age groups, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, good question. So usually we take care of patients who, like I said, have an inpatient stay at the hospital. We see a lot of stroke victims, heart attacks, joint replacements, fractures, acute kidney failure, lung failure, all sorts of different things that we can take care of.
So would we, if we were working with our doctors, would we ask for your facility specifically? How does that work?
So while you're at the hospital, there's case managers that are assigned to every patient. So they come and visit the patients and determine the next level of care, whether or not that patient's able to return home or if they need further care at a skilled nursing facility. So we have a very close connection with not only VVMC but also FMC in Flagstaff and some of the Phoenix hospitals as well, where the case management team will go in and discuss their next options. And at that time is when the patient, it is the patient's choice, can decide whether or not they want to come to either of our facilities. So they give them basically a list. We do encourage families to come tour our facilities. We love having tours. That way they can see the buildings firsthand, get to know the staff. We'll give them, a walkthrough on a day-to-day, schedule of therapies, dining, all of those services that we provide. And so even ahead of time, ahead of surgeries, planned surgeries, patients can come in, tour our facilities, and let us know, hey, in a month, I'm having a knee replacement. I would love to come to your facility. And we can go ahead and arrange that so that they know exactly their next plan of care.
That's awesome. All right, Haven of Camp Verde and Haven of Cottonwood are here on Arizona Business Spotlight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking about HR, how to build that right team, coming up next on Arizona Business Spotlight.
Orkin has pest control down to a science.
When your business chooses Orkin's Precision Protection Program, you get a tailored pest control program for your specific industry and environment.
Your business can benefit from over a century of experience, training, and scientific knowledge that define the Orkin man.
Maximum protection, minimum exposure, backed by one of the industry's most comprehensive guarantees.
Choose your locally owned and operated Northern Arizona Orkin and get more than an exterminator. Get an expert.
Welcome back to Arizona Business Spotlight. I'm Helen Gibson. You're watching Verde Valley TV. We're so glad you joined us. In-house right now, Sean Laney with Haven of Cottonwood and Tara Savage of Haven of Camp Verde. I can say that. I want to say heaven. It is a little piece of heaven. And heaven is peace and joy and complete healing. And that's really what you're offering at Haven of Cottonwood and Haven of Camp Verde. So thank you for that. Going into the break, we talked a little bit about jobs and building that perfect team. And there's people watching right now that are running businesses, and this is Arizona Business Spotlight. How important is the right team at a business?
Yeah, you bet. And with any business, anyone will tell you that the team makes up the business. And so, yeah, at Haven of Cottonwood and Camp Verde, all havens, we strive, I was mentioning earlier that we strive to build competent teams, not only competency, but ones that truly care about their patients.
I noticed that when I was at the mixer, the synergy between all, from the top, the executive directors, down to the nursing staff, to the assistants, to just everybody was working together. And you got that feeling of family. So I really appreciate that. So if somebody wanted to apply for a job with Haven of Cottonwood or Haven of Camp Verde, they just go online?
Yeah, so they just go to our website, and once again they can choose the facility, and it'll show a listing of open jobs that we have. We are always looking for positions in nursing, whether it be CNAs, caregivers, or nurses, LPNs, and RNs. But like you said, the feeling of family, in our mission statement, we actually have Haven has included a place for caring professionals to come together, basically.
Caring professionals.
And that's what we're looking
together.
for.
Oh.
So.
And insurance, last comment on insurance. Do you take insurance?
We do.
Oh, that's a relief.
That's usually how people's stay is paid for, is we take various insurances, mostly Medicare. We do take Medicaid for long-term patients, and then also various HMOs, whether it be Humana or AARP. We have a variety of insurances that both of our facilities can take, and we have a social services and admissions person on staff who will help to run those insurances for you to ensure that your stay is paid and that you know exactly what you have to pay up front.
So it's done and done. You have it's a turnkey.
Exactly. Turnkey stay.
Turnkey stay. I love that. Haven of Camp Verde and Haven of Cottonwood. Go to the website, give them a call, find out more information again at their website. And we appreciate the time that you've taken to come down here to educate us on how we can be involved as a community. So thank you for being here in Verde Valley and Camp Verde. We appreciate it.
And thank you for having us on.
Yep,
We
thank you
appreciate
very
that.
much.
More Arizona Business Spotlight in just a moment. Want to thank our sponsor, Orkin, pest control down to a science.